Make a video here at the Comedian restaurant. I don't know, the last 30 minutes, and I hit another Eureka memory. I wish I could verify this with people. I mean, if people would be astonished at how accurate and how well known I can remember this shit, and it bothers me. It's like a curse or something, but. Frankie, when we went to this house to give this Tyco RC car, Frankie was crying. And I kept on going to Frankie. Why are you crying, Frankie? Well, because there was nothing that happened. So now I'm going to hit this about 90% to 95% that person, initially, the guy and the woman that had done this to us lived at that place. And the guy that had done this, I think, came out. Or I think because we never went back into the house. We were all outside in the parking lot the entire time. I was. I could have gone in there and used the restroom, but I don't remember that. But 100% Frankie was crying. I kept on asking him, and his eyes were really red. And it was because he saw that blonde woman, and he might have seen and gone to use the restroom, or that guy came out for a moment. And I remember that happened. So I'm going to say, I'm not sure exactly if that guy was, I'm like 40% sure I think he came out or was there for a moment. But the blonde woman, that's why I'm hitting that to about 90% that was that person, because there was no reason, because there was nothing that could have made Frankie cry. Absolutely nothing. And I remember my mother looking over Frankie and said, oh, he goes, oh no, Frankie, oh, and my mother's like trying to conversate with this person to deter the situation from getting any worse. But my mother was like, oh yeah, he can have it. Yeah, I said toy, you could put it in it. And my mother was just like upset. But this is how my mother stays quiet about things, because guess who's really in charge if you say something again? So I think it's important. That's a Eureka. Frankie was crying. That's immediately tells me that's it's either him that showed up again for just a moment and then went back into the house. But I remember Chito being there. Chito was there, and I don't know if he said to Frankie, like, oh, he wanted to say he's sorry, or he was asking him why he's crying or something. But Chito was there. I don't think Beto was there. He could have. I don't think he was. So that's who it is. I want to say 100%. 100%. So, and I was this is like a year after this hostage situation happened, before Frankie was crying, and it wasn't like a nasty cry, like you're shouting, crying. He's just, the eyes were really red, like it was an internal cry. So I think it's important for me to talk about, to verify this from, I'll go back to that apartment and take some pictures and to location, but I think the structural place has already changed. But yeah, I thought I'd say something. It was over at those apartments. I almost at the 90% sure it was him, because there was no reason. I knew when something went off like that, there was no reason for him to have tears like that, because the guy had, and that's why. That's why my mom gave away that Tyco RC. That's 100% why, because my mother knew, and that this person, I don't know what the interaction with this woman was, but I'm pretty sure it probably wasn't all that pleasant. It was because that person was always like controlling. I just control the situation. I just want dominance. And so the fact is, she's not there, but she's with this guy that shows up. And I think my mother saw this guy. And if he was there, I want to say that it was him. So that's what I do have to say about that. Now it brings it to a 90% chance, a 90% certainty that was him. That was that lady. And I don't know. You'd have to do your research. You could get to the apartment complex, file records. Look it up. Ask Chito, Beto, who that person was. That's who it was. That's exactly who it was. So there you go.